Powerful swells crashing onto the rocks at Ocean Beach today. Bay Area coastline's under a high surf advisory right now with a warning about sneaker waves and rip currents and large shore breaks. Breakers are supposed to be up to about 30 feet. The advisory ends Sunday at 9 in the morning, but another large swell is expected to arrive just hours later in the day on Sunday. And now that you know everything about the surf, as for the weather that's causing it, we've got Mr. Peck in. Hey, Darren.
Hey, you can think of those waves as messengers from the storms out in the Pacific from a distance, telling us there's a lot of energy out there, and the next storm with actual rain coming in with all that energy is coming on Monday. But since we're not entirely done with the light misting that's happening out there now, I pulled high-def Doppler up. We're watching the last 3 hours here. You can see it's very spotty. We see that last little bit up here to our north, and we're going to play that through tonight. And by the time we get into the overnight hours, it pretty much turns off. And here's Sunday, just a few clouds. I'm playing us all the way ahead now to late Sunday night. That's 11:35 on Sunday. And we already start to notice a few of the early stragglers that begin to show up by the time we get to just before midnight on Sunday. But watch what happens as we advance this now into Monday morning early. Here's 5:30. Any early Monday morning commuters out there? We're already seeing good rain here in the North Bay at 5:30, and even down here approaching the Golden Gate. Let's advance this now a little more. 7 in the morning. This is when we start to see some of the best rain. Really well-organized line starts to march its way across the Bay Area. This is kind of like prime time now. It's up here in the North Bay at 7 a.m. By the time we've gotten to late in the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock hour, it's now working its way down across the center of the bay. By 10 a.m., it's down in the South Bay, but we're still seeing follow-up showers. So your takeaway from this is not necessarily to get too tied into exactly when and exactly where we'll see some of the best rain, but the morning on Monday, because this will likely adjust a little as we get closer to it. So plan on the first part of Monday being a pretty decent rainmaker for us. And then once we get into the early afternoon, it'll be done. By about sunset, the main band has moved off to our east. We may see a few follow-up showers from there going into the evening, but really it's first half of the day on Monday. And when that line of showers comes in on Monday, it will also get windy. Watch what happens as we watch the FUTURECAST play us through on the wind speeds here, right there. Same time frame we saw the better rain come through. The wind starts to pick up on the leading edge of the front. There's southerly winds here, but then as the front passes, notice how the direction of the wind changed. That gets us into the early afternoon. This is when we start to notice the wind to go along with it. So let's not leave that part of the story out, because you'll get rain, but it's also going to feel colder and just be a little less pleasant to be outside right through the middle of the day on Monday as the wind picks up at that front, and then things will turn off by the time we get to the evening. Speaking of the rain, how much are we going to get on Monday? If we look at the North Bay in detail, perhaps as much as a ½ inch of rain here. This is where we'll see some of the better rainfall. Let's look at the South Bay. We'll do the same thing here and pull out some of the details. It's a little less, but still not bad. ¼ inch of rain down here, perhaps, for San Jose. So it's not a deluge, but it'll be better than what we've seen for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It's much more noticeable rain. As far as right now, this is your Saturday night, and it is relatively warm thanks to all those clouds. They're keeping things damp. It won't feel nice out there, but the thermometer has managed to stay relatively warm because of it. That's the snow coming with Monday's system. In fact, we've got enough now that it's a winter storm warning for Monday. So anybody traveling, I-80, Highway 50, anything that takes you over the Sierra, that's going to be a slow go. So if it's not you and you know somebody who has to, let them know about that. All right, in the 7-day forecast, we talked about Monday's rain. Tuesday, we get a break. Wednesday, there's another system from that very active Pacific. Doesn't look as rainy as Monday. It'll probably go into Thursday as well. We keep a few scattered showers there on Thursday, and then it looks like things will quiet down going into the weekend.